So in honor of this Valentine's Day, I decided to do a video of the top 10 anime couples that are personally my favorite, the ones that I like the most. And we're gonna say couple because some of these weren't really like couple like, together a long time or whatever, but these are the two characters, boy and girl, whatever, man and female, that I personally really enjoyed seeing together, and there was something about them that always kept me like, interested, or just overall I enjoyed them. So let's get started with number 10. Vegeta and Bulma, classic. At the end of the day, Vegeta was a pimp. He was like, Yamcha, I'm taking a bitch and you ain't gonna do nothing. You know why? Because you're a Yamcha, bro. Alright? And yeah, just that couple is both kind of like rich, and they're both like prestige from their own place. Like, Bulma, the Brief family, is rich and famous and they're known for the science or whatever. Vegeta was the principal Saiyan. So you bring these two elitist people together, and the fact that they were able to coexist with one another, fall in love, and have kids and everything, it's insane. So I definitely really like and think that that was a cool relationship. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love Goku and Chi-Chi, but I think Goku to this day still doesn't understand the relationship that he has with Chi-Chi, or what making love is all about. Though he did have Goten, so maybe by then he figured it out. Coming in at number 9 is Mashido and Miho from Bakuman. That pure and innocent love, that promise that they made when they were in middle school, all the way till they had their careers and everything to stay, and when they eventually achieved their goals and their dreams, that they would be together. I think that that was beautiful, and unfortunately it's unrealistic nowadays. Things like that really don't happen, but just their love is just so pure, and it was just something that I really felt like it's idealistic, but it was beautiful nonetheless. Number 8, Yusuke and Keiko from Yu Yu Hakusho. Again, couple, because I don't think it wasn't until the very end where we really got to see them kiss or be an actual couple, but just the way I felt, it was always like Keiko was waiting for Yusuke to grow up a little bit. It was always like Yusuke was, immature, smacking butts, picking up dresses, fighting and everything, and she was just always waiting for him to finally get to that point where it's like, when are you going to be a man? When are you going to step up and stop acting like you're 12 years old already and, kind of mature a little bit? So I definitely liked to see his growth, and eventually once he got to that position where it's like, okay, I'm not being a knucklehead anymore. Now we can be together. And just overall, they were both fucking awesome. It was like Keiko wasn't taking no shit. She was slapping him in the face, and Yusuke was a badass at the same time. Coming in at number 7 is a couple that a lot of people hate and think doesn't work well, but I personally love the shit out of this couple, and I'm talking about Shiro and Saber from Fate Stay Night, the Fate route. I know people are probably like, oh, that couple doesn't. I love that couple, and honestly, it destroyed me at the end with what happened ultimately, and I don't know. I just felt like he recognized her beauty, and the rumors and the story was wrong about King Arthur being this man or whatever. So when he saw that beautiful blonde and everything, it was just like love at first sight, and to see him actually go after her and everything, and her insecurities made, in my eyes, her have a form of perfection. I don't know. I just love their relationship, and the way it ended, just again, it destroyed me. But ultimately, yeah, that's one of my favorites, and I know I'll be stoned to death for that because people hate that couple, but yeah. Coming in at number 6 is from Yamada's first time, Yamada and Kosuda. It's such a random relationship because it started off with her basically being a slut, wanting to fuck 100 guys, and then ultimately she just keeps on after him, and all the random thing. At the end of the day, it was, a little stereotypical where like every time they're about to bang or shit's about to go down, somebody comes in and interrupts it. But I just love their relationship. It's like she's desperately trying to get to him, and he's kind of like a little shy about it or whatever, and her bubbly personality mixed with his shy personality. It's just something interesting, and I really like that relationship. Coming in at number 5 is a love that crosses through everything, because at the end of the day, one is a robot and one is a human being, and yet they still manage to find love, and it's crazy. I'm talking about Hideki Motosuwa and Chi from Chobits. Like, their relationship, like, Chi is a robot, a Chobits, the special robot, whatever, and he's a human, and I guess it's, in their culture, whatever, according to the story, whatnot, it's not right to date a robot like that. You looked at it as wrong, and he didn't give a fuck. He fell in love with this robot, and he was going to do whatever to be with this one, and as things progressed or whatever, things got a little complicated with their relationship, but just to find love even that far out, that is with a fucking robot, and still managed to make it work and everything, it was beautiful. And everything that happened in the series, it was crazy. But that relationship is like, it bends through fucking humanity itself. Coming in at number 4 is Guts and Casca. They didn't spend a lot of time together as far as mentally goes, but just everything that they were going through at the time. Casca kind of coming from being broken down by a man that really didn't care for her the way she needed to be, and then Guts being distraught, and them finding love in pain. It was beautiful. And honestly, when they were just together, it just felt like magic in the midst of this medieval times where everything is uncertain. You don't know what's going to happen. People could try to kill you, rape you, murder, all sorts of stuff, and they still managed to find love. Even though it went down a tragic path later on, the time that they did spend together was beautiful. Coming in at number 3 is Sato, Tatsuhiro, and Misaki from Welcome to the NHK. Another strange and out there relationship. It started off with basically Sato being a hikikomori, aka a recluse, and her trying to get him out of that funk, basically. Her making this weird program to get him out of that and whatnot. And just the hurt and pain in these characters as well, where like both of them are just going through so many different things mentally and emotionally, especially Sato, that, you know, so many different times even try to kill himself. So to see him go from that to ultimately this girl changing his life a lot, you know, he was in the bottom of the barrel and she pulled him out of that, and it was just insane. It was honestly something very different, and at the same time it can be realistic if you think about it, because there are times where people can help you through craziness like that, where you're just ready to die at any given second and somebody pulls you out of that. So that relationship is a lot more deep and meaningful than most. Coming in at number 2, I mean, I just said that one was deep, but number 2, Yuno Gasai and Yukiteru Amano. Oh my gosh, like, to mourn for 10,000 years. I mean, at the end of the day, I don't care. Like, Yuno Gasai, people will say I'm crazy for this, but the fact that she's willing to kill anyone for you, including you, to be with you, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but I love psychopaths like that. I just do. Maybe I'm crazy, I don't know, but I love how down she is for Yuki, that no matter who it may be, relative, friend, foe, whatever the case may be, she was down for him. I mean, she even, when he's fucking in the bathroom, using the bathroom, taking a dump, she's there passing him toilet paper or whatever without him asking. Like, I love that girl, honestly. I wish they need to make girls like Yuno Gasai in this world. Well, aside from the homicidal stuff, but yeah. And all around, everything that they've been through in that relationship was insane. And yeah, that's one of my favorite couples, definitely, number 2. And then finally, number 1, the reason why this one is my favorite, and I'm sure you probably guessed it already, is because these characters worked so hard for so long to get where they were, to ultimately come together and be one. Naruto, coming from everything he'd been through, sitting on that bench, you know, sitting on that swing set, waiting for somebody to talk to him, and eventually going from that to having a beautiful wife like Hinata, a down-ass woman. That's an insane journey to get there. And then likewise with Hinata, you know, we don't really get to see them together for that long. I mean, we got the last Naruto, the movie, and the last chapter, you know, just knowing that they're together, but just the thought of these two people that went so hard. Hinata's whole journey was trying to get him to notice her, and, you know, getting over the shy stage and everything. They just went through so much, and that's why it's my favorite couple out of all of them. I mean, I love all of these couples, to be honest with you. If I didn't have to put a numbering scale to it, they would all just be number 1 to me, because I love all of them in their own way. But this one, being with the series for so long and seeing everything that these characters been through, you know, struggling to get to from the bottom, no one giving a fuck, to having a happy family, that's powerful. And yeah, that's my top 10 anime couples, favorite ones. Let me know what you guys think, though. What are your favorite couples? Any ones that I missed? Any ones that you really rocked with? Just your overall thoughts of this. And happy Valentine's Day to everyone. Hope you have a good one. And even if you're single, at the end of the day, live it up, because it can't rain forever. Have an awesome day, people.